Welcome to another Cardano update. So Cardano managed to actually go up in 5 waves, and it formed this first wave move to the upside right here. And now we should still be in the correction, and I don't think the second wave is in. I mean, it could be in, but I'd not see a very clear ABC structure here. And keep in mind, I'm only on the 1 hour chart, so if I cannot find a clear ABC structure on the 1 hour chart, yeah, it might not be done. And also, I mean, if you look at this looks like an A and a B wave, and we should get a C wave, which will most likely get to the 50% extension, and maybe we'll test the 30.9 cents level before we go in the third wave. Now, just to remind you, let me go on the, I guess, daily for this. We tried going up in a first wave right here, and we did manage to go up in 5 waves, which means we did manage to form a first wave move up, but then when we got the second wave move down, it got invalidated and we got another low in the main second wave right here. And now we pretty much have to restart this whole move that we got right here. And yeah, this could take a while, but it should not take that long, and in my opinion, it should take like, let's say 1 week, and we're already like 3 days in, so maybe something like this will happen again very, very soon. And let's go on the 1 hour chart again. So basically, I expect the price to go on a third wave and reach the target zone between 40.7 cents and 44 cents. Well, 45 cents. And then to get a fourth and a fifth to only form a first wave move up. And that first wave move up will just be the first wave of this first wave right here. So there's still a lot to work on. Obviously, we are still not looking good. I mean, it's not looking that bearish, but it's not looking that bullish either. We do have some signs that the low might be in. For example, on the RSI, the daily RSI, we are now starting to reverse, but this is not enough. And honestly, we need to go up a lot more to confirm that something more bullish is going on. As you can see, I mean, you could, like I said, you could count this as a second wave move down, because we did go to the 0.382 extensions. So maybe it's over, but to confirm that the second wave move down is finished, I need a break above this high right here of the first wave. And ideally, I need a break above this high as well, because if we do go above the previous high right here, it could just be an overshooting B wave, and it could still drop after that. So yeah, probably the best thing right now is if we get above 35.4 cents. And honestly, I kind of want to see that happen very, very soon, because this is only the 1 hour chart. This should not take longer than like 1 day, to be honest with you. So if we do go in the third wave, we should be there very, very soon, in my opinion. And also, Bitcoin is currently going up, as you can see, and it got above this high right here. And I mean, this could be an overshooting B wave. We'll see what happens in the next few hours. If Bitcoin somehow goes up, let's say above like this high right here at 59.6K, then the low will most likely be in for the second wave right here. Now, it could also be the case that maybe the first wave up is still going. I mean, maybe you could take this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're getting a fifth right now. I mean, that's also possible. But I mean, the price reacted to the support level right here, so it's kind of questionable right now. I cannot really confirm anything. We'll just have to see where the price goes. And yeah, a break above, let's say 35.5 cents will most likely mean that something more bullish is going on. But yeah, nothing is confirmed right now. And let's say we do go up in 5 waves and form a first wave move to the upside. Ideally, the first wave gets to at least this level right here. But I mean, it could get a bit lower, but honestly, I kind of want to see it go to like 45.6 cents. And I know that will mean that this first wave to the upside will need to be more impulsive than the first wave that we got right here. And yeah, I mean, I know it needs to be more impulsive, but keep in mind, it's not something unrealistic, because we have dropped so much in the main second wave that we need some kind of crazy bounce right now to confirm that something bullish is actually going on. So we'll see what happens here. if we do not manage to hold support right here, and if we do get below the 29 cents level, then we will most likely get another low in the second wave move down. And to be honest with you, I do not want to see that happen, but it could happen, because theoretically you could say that, I mean, maybe this was a first wave move down, then this is a second wave, and this was the third and the fourth, and we'll get a fifth, but I don't want to see that, to be honest with you, because we are already very close to the invalidation zone right here at about 22 cents. So I don't want to see Cardano do what Polkadot did. So Polkadot basically went to the previous invalidation zone, and yeah, he holds structure.invalidated. And yeah, I mean, this chart is no longer that bullish because of that. So I mean, we'll see if Cardano does that as well. I don't know if it will do that. I mean, we're still like 11 cents away from that happening. So we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, if we do manage to actually go up in the first wave right here, which, like I said, should have 5 waves up, and this structure I have right here will only be the first wave. If we do manage to get above the previous high of the first wave right here, then yeah, we will most likely get a pretty good bull market for Cardano. And let's go on the weekly. So basically, actually, let me get rid of some Fibonacci retracements here so it's easier to understand. So basically right now I'm looking for a third wave move to the upside. I mean, we held support. Well, we went below the 0.786 level, but theoretically we did not invalidate the first wave move up, which is a good sign. And I think the chart is ready for a third wave move to the upside. And I mean, that third wave move, in my opinion, should get to the 1.618 trend base Fibonacci extension that I have on the chart, which is at like $5.30. And why am I saying that? Well, right now we're pretty much copying what happened right here in the cycle. So basically this was a first wave move up, this was a second wave move down. We tried going in a third wave, then the pandemic happened and we had to restart the move because the first wave move to the upside got invalidated. And yeah, we went up in a 1, 2, 3, and the third wave went to the 1.618 trend-based Fibonacci extensions. And if we want to copy what we did in the previous cycle, we'll have to go to at least the 1.618 in this cycle as well in the third wave. Now, obviously, it does not, I mean, nobody can confirm that we will do that. Nobody can confirm that we will copy exactly what happened in the previous cycle, but to be honest with you, this move right here looks very, very similar to what we have right now. And if we do copy it and we do not count the pandemic, then this cycle could even be a lot more bullish than the previous cycle just because we did not have a pandemic this year. Well, at least so far, right? Anyways. And also the third wave move to the upside, well, the third wave of the main third wave, which is right here, should, if we copy the previous cycle, should get to at least the 100% extension of the previous all-time high. So basically, the third wave right here should ideally go over $3.10. And I know a lot of you are very bored with the market, but I mean, getting bored in a second wave move down is why second waves actually exist. They are meant to make you pretty much want to pull your hair out. I mean, like I said, we did a similar thing right here. And if we actually take a look at how long this took, from this high to, let's say, the low, it took about 6 months. So for 6 months, people had to pretty much suffer and they had to look at their portfolios just going down. But then after waiting for 6 months, well, longer than 6 months, but I don't want to count the pandemic. After waiting for that long, they finally got rewarded for it. So I believe this might happen again because if we take this right here and we put it at this high right here, we'll see that right now, I mean, it has only taken this second wave about 147 days, and in the previous cycle it took about 175 days, which might mean that we'll just go sideways for another, let's say, month before we actually do something, which will go perfectly well with what happened here. And also, as you can see in the previous cycle, the second wave moved down, went way below the 0.786 support level right here, and it pretty much went sideways below it. And right now, we are still kind of below it, as you can see in the cycle. And I'm not saying that what happened in the previous cycle will repeat itself, but if it does repeat itself, then it's going to be okay if we just do nothing for the next month or so. But honestly, I mean, if the third wave move to the upside does not start in September, then I'm most likely going to start turning bearish, because this second wave move to the downside, I think it has bottomed. I don't think we need any more from it. We have a clear ABC structure and it looks good to me, in my opinion. So right now we just need the third wave move up. That's what we need to look at. Also, let's check out the RSI. So as you can see, we are still below the yellow line on the monthly RSI, which might be bearish, but I mean, I cannot compare what's happening right now to what happened in the previous cycle, because right here we did not have a yellow line. But I mean, if we look at how it looked, maybe you could say that the RSI on the monthly was below the yellow line for a few months as well. We don't have the yellow line, but maybe you can say that. I'm not sure. And if that's the case, then we are still looking good right now. And also, I mean, this dump that we got, this second wave move down, when you look at it from a monthly perspective, it looks like nothing. I mean, it does not look that scary. So, I mean, compared to this at least, and to this and to this. So, yeah, things are still looking good for Cardano in my opinion, and we'll see what happens in the next few months. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out our Patreon if you want access to all of our TradingView charts and if you want some bonus content as well, and I will see you in the next one.